I practice expressing my talk as much as possible. I try to do this, and whenever I could.
Can you tell us about your Oxford mathematics interviews, please? Right.
I remember being really nervous for my interviews, and I interviewed at middle college, where I had two interviews. Actually, I had more interviews, one math college and the whole which where I'm now. And during these four interviews, so many interesting questions. One really interesting question as was question about cubes and the number of vertical cube has, and the dimension, four dimensions, and even height dimensions. And a bit of top there, where I could discuss how many edges to dimension. And with a final formula for good at this, I thought was quite interesting. There was a very hard question. One pretest question, remember, asks the normal distribution and with like curve. And I was asked to catch is derivative by I and derivative as well. So two differences, and that is now you can get it and that's get me. Do I need notice but the number of 30 points? The rate will go down. And then notice difference at the time number rates and time and number were inserted by one. And then the question given to me, can you prove the formula is true? And it was so difficult. And it was time beginning and could be didn't now say. But like for me interviewer and the prompt the gave him but the prompt. That is really useful this. And I will be dealing manage to the hint and go in short question. I talk a really scary first but really revealing. Um, I culturally I didn't anything about my personal statement in which I would do not want to strength. I spot it really is starting in the interviews.
I think that interviewers like to see me struggle do the questions because they want to see how I think. They want to see the pressures in which I go about a question. So they would really like giving me difficult questions. So that I do struggle with it, and they would often give me hints to see if I can cooperate with them. If I do attend the university to prepare for the interview, I kept that in mind. I practiced expressing my do as much as possible. I did this by speaking out loud when I'm by myself, answering a math question. I tried to do this whenever I could.
Tell us about your Oxford mathematics degree.
Oxford mathematics interview preparation. Well, I've also mentioned that I try to speak my talk as much as possible. Rather than that, I was really keen on solving Math BMO British Math Olympiad questions. I feel like that helped out a lot my problem solving skills. It gave me a good institution on how to solve questions, and I think it made me a better problem solver all around. And I did, and the mock interviews with my teachers, and they were quite kind enough and to do the session with me. They emphasized that I should be speaking my talk out as much as possible, even when I was struggling to come up with an answer. They encouraged me time and time again to try to give suggestions as how to solve the problem. For example, maybe we can solve this by induction even though you are not sure how you do that and so on. So I did these things quite often. And I did it about 2 times a week with my teachers, these mock interviews. And these other things I've mentioned, I try to keep them on getting in background as I prepared for my interviews.